In the last period, what we have done, what we have discussed, we have discussed what is communication,
Types of communication.
then methods of communication, then communication cycle, then barriers, right? What is feedback? What are the types of feedback and how it is useful? All these things I think we have done in the last class. And now, after that, we will continue. So, for today's class, our first topic is measures to overcome barriers in effective communication. In our last class, barriers तो already we have read. Barriers means
मैम आईआईटी की बुक कहाँ से लेनी है?
हाँ जी बच्चे, आई लेट यू नो इन द लास्ट. ओके, अभी पढ़ रहे हैं. ओके, ये चीजें लास्ट में. Barriers means the obstacles or the problems which is disturbing your communication, which are not allowing you to be in an effective communication. That is barrier. Fine. Now, what are the measures to overcome? कैसे बचें? How we can sort out with the barriers, right? These are the points. First one is face-to-face interaction. Means, suppose I am giving a message to someone else, that give this message to any third person. Then what will happen? 100% the same message will not be conveyed to third or fourth person. एक से दूसरे पे, दूसरे से तीसरे पे, ऐसे मैसेज चलते चलते the message will definitely got changed. So that's not effective communication. So that's why to overcome this measure, what we can do, the face-to-face communication should be there. The face-to-face interaction must be there. Next is clarify ideas before communication. Means before starting your communication, you must clarify the ideas. Means suppose today I have to take your class, and before starting your class, I must be clear that which topics are to be taught to you, which should not be discussed, which must be portrayed emphasis. So the ideas or the message which I have to give to you, that must be clear in all the sense, right? Next is planning the communication. For an effective communication, before communicating, proper planning, that what should be discussed, how much should be discussed, to whom it should be discussed, that all must be planned. एक planning होनी चाहिए for every communication. Then eliminate distraction. Eliminate distraction means suppose right now आपकी side में your younger brother or sister is there, and they are dancing या आपको disturb कर रहे हैं, or they are showing you any YouTube video, या you are sitting in front of the TV and TV is on, so you will get distracted definitely. आप proper 100% attention you will not be able to give to this class, so that is a distraction. So always for effective communication, we must what? We must eliminate, or we must try to eliminate the distraction, right? Next one is soften the language, tone and content of the message. Means while communicating, we must use very soft language. The tone must be soft, and the content of your message, that must be softer, that must be proper, in simple language, right? For example, अभी मैं क्लास में आते ही आपको डांटना शुरू कर दूं, put on your cameras, why you are not putting, I'll remove you. Many of the student will get disturbed. The tone of the teacher, and the language of the teacher, as well as for the student, both must be softer, right? Then encourage feedback. Suppose any of the student,
Ma'am, your voice is not clear.
to others, is it clear?
Ma'am, clear.
Beta, then check your,
Clear, ma'am.
Ma'am, yes, clear.
okay beta, please check your connection. Fine, because at every end it's okay. Then comes encourage feedback. Suppose अभी the child told me that my voice is not clear, एक feedback आ रहा ना, that communication is going on, not going on. Then I asked everyone that to everybody it is going on, so you all told that ma'am yes it's not okay. तो एक feedback आया, अगर मैं सब आप सब कहते हैं मैम वॉइस नहीं आ रही, then definitely there is a problem at my end and I have to check. Fine. So always a feedback must be encouraged, right? और उस feedback पे काम होना चाहिए, then your communication is effective. Then next is active listening. Active listening means, suppose right now our class is going on and you on another mobile, एक पे तो आप class attend कर रहे हैं, on another mobile you are playing game. It means you are not actively involved in the class, right? आप class में actively involved नहीं है, तो you are not an active listener. और अगर आप ध्यान से सुनेंगे ही नहीं, then how you will understand the proper message? Concept ही समझ नहीं आएगा, right? Then next is proper media.
Ma'am, please repeat the topic.
Which topic बच्चे?
मैम आपकी आवाज नहीं सुनाई दे रही थी, जो ये मेजर टू ओवरकम वाला.
Okay. I'll let you know. Measures to overcome means what we can do to eliminate the barriers. एक अच्छी communication, एक effective communication के लिए what we can do to remove the barriers. ठीक है, हम वही पढ़ रहे हैं. First we read face to face, that direct communication should be there. Number 2, there must be clarity in the ideas. क्या बताना है क्या नहीं बताना है, that must be clear in advance. Then before communication the planning must be there. क्या बताएं, what should be told, what should not be told, that must be clear. Then eliminate distraction. If you have any disturbance, side में टीवी चल रहा है या रेडियो चल रही है और whatever is there, you can go away from there. Try to eliminate distraction, right? And the language of your distraction I'm saying, language of your communication, that must be softer, right? Then encourage feedback. Your feedback must be encouraged. Somebody is saying, like this child told that my voice is not coming, right? So if everybody is saying same thing, then definitely there is a problem in the voice. And if only one is saying, then there is a problem at that single end, right? So we should or we must encourage the feedback, right? Next is active listening. Means suppose you people are not listening me properly, or जैसे मैंने example दिया, that suppose you are playing game on another mobile, then definitely you are not an active listener. And if you are not listening your teacher actively, then definitely the concept will not be clear to you, right? Next is proper media selection. For a proper communication, a proper media selection must be there. Suppose right now मेरा net में कुछ problem हो जाए, और maybe at your end net disturbance is there, और अभी right now उस बच्चे के student के end पे कोई issue था, तो she is not able to get proper communication, right? So that's why it is told that proper media selection should be there. Proper network or proper management of communication must be there, right? So this is how, जो हमारे हाथ में है, which we can at least do for a proper effective communication, these measures can be taken, right? Now for an effective communication, अब हम बार बार effective communication, the same word we are continuously speaking. What is this? So an effective can be a communication can be called effective when the receiver completely understood that. अब receiver कौन है हमारे वाली discussion में? You people are the receiver, right? So if you completely got whatever I'm saying, then definitely it is an effective communication, right? Now what are the points or what are the principles जिससे हमें पता चले कि yes, it is an effective communication? So now we will discuss that. First one is clarity in ideas. For an effective communication, the ideas or the message which the sender is giving, there must be clarity. कोई confusing message ना हो कि मैं बार बार simple सा book से reading करके and I give you and you are not getting anything. So that's not an effective communication. So in the communication, the clear should be there. Next, appropriate language. The communication must be done in a proper language. The language which the receiver can understand. Suppose मैं पूरी communication Chinese language में कर दूं, so you people will not be able to get anything, right? So that's why in a proper appropriate language, the communication must be carried on. Next one is attention. अभी मैंने active listener वाला example दिया, that in communication proper attention should be paid. If you are not listening me attentively, then definitely you will not understand the topic. Right? Next is consistency. Consistency means a continuity, a flow. Suppose today I am taking your period, in the next week any other teacher will be taking this this class, next week your IT period will be taken by any third teacher, then definitely you will not be able to create a connection with the topic, with the teacher, right? So that consistency is not there. That may be the reason, right? तो a consistency, a continuity, a connection. अब last time हमने आधा topic किया, अब उसी की continuation में हम continue कर रहे हैं, and the same teacher is there, same topic we are continuing with, तो a flow, a continuity is there. So that must be there for an effective communication. Next is adequacy. Adequacy is, it comes from an English term that is adequate. Adequate means proper. ठीक है? Adequate means the information sent to receiver should be sufficient and complete. Adequate means complete message. ऐसा ना आधे अधूरी definition, आधे अधूरे rules, topics that is told to you. So that is not an effective communication at all. So the communication must be complete, right? Now proper time. Proper time means, chalo, let's take an example. Suppose right now in your home, साइड वाले रूम में एक बर्थडे पार्टी चल रही है, आपके ब्रदर या सिस्टर का बर्थडे है और अभी पार्टी चल रही है, एंड योर पेरेंट इंसिस्टेड यू हैव टू टेक योर ऑनलाइन क्लास, यू हैव टू अटेंड योर क्लास. अब जबरदस्ती आप बैठ तो गए हैं ऑनलाइन क्लास पे, वुड यू बी एबल टू गिव योर प्रॉपर अटेंशन? नो. यस, बिल्कुल नहीं दे पाएंगे, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट द प्रॉपर टाइम. देयर शुड बी अ प्रॉपर टाइम फॉर अ कम्युनिकेशन. फॉर एक और एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. सपोज इन द स्कूल देयर इज योर गेम्स पीरियड और आप लोग रेडी हैं, बस टीचर आए और हम गेम्स में जाएं, ग्राउंड में जाएंगे, right? And immediately the teacher came to you and told, no, today you are not going to games period, today we'll take your maths class. Your mindset is already ready for the games period, right? पहले ही आप games period के लिए ready हैं, so you will not be able to give proper attention to for your maths class, right? So that is proper time should be there for the effective communication. Next is feedback. हम बहुत बार डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. For an effective communication, always a feedback should be there, negative or positive. Both feedback must be accepted और उन पे काम होना चाहिए. Then comes proper medium. वो भी हम डिस्कस कर चुके हैं. A proper network connection और proper connectivity. Suppose at this time मेरा ये earphone खराब हो जाए and my voice will not be conveying to you. So there is a miscommunication due to the medium. So I have to change this earphone or whatever it is. So proper medium should be followed for the connection, right? Next is 7 C's of effective communication. अब effective communication हमने पढ़ा in last topic, principles पढ़े. The same thing are there, बस 7 C's क्यों नाम दिया बेटा? In 7 C's, these all the words are starting with C and they are 7 in numbers. बस यही रीजन है 7C बोल दिया है, but they all are the points, they all are the principles of the effective communication. Many of them already we have discussed. चलो फिर भी a very quick revision we will give it to you. Clear means the communication must be clear. Confusing communication should not be there, right? Then comes concise. Concise meaning short. ऐसा नहीं हो एक ही टॉपिक के लेके बराबर लंबे लंबे भाषण दिए जाए. नो, दैट शुड नॉट बी देयर. द कम्युनिकेशन मस्ट बी शॉर्ट एंड क्रिस्प, टू द पॉइंट बताया जाए. जितना जरूरी है, जितना इफेक्टिव है, ओनली दैट मस्ट बी कन्वेड. देन कम्स कंक्रीट. कंक्रीट मीन्स द मैसेज शुड बी स्ट्रॉन्ग. ऐसा ना हल्का फुल्का कुछ बता दिया और जो मेन थिंग्स है वही ना बताए. ठीक है? द स्ट्रॉन्ग concepts must be portrayed to the receiver so that proper understanding of the message is there, right? Next is correct. While communicating, the correct message should be communicated. सपोज मैं कम्युनिकेशन की डेफिनेशन बता रही हूँ, दैट इज रॉन्ग, आई एम कन्वेइंग टू यू, नो, द करेक्ट मैसेज शुड बी कम्युनिकेटेड. Next is coherent. Coherent means all the points of the message should connect to each other. Beta, mute yourself. Coherent means all the points of the message should connect to each other and should be relevant to the main topic. ठीक है. Coherent means a connectivity. Suppose for example I'll start this topic your with communication. पहले मैंने बता दिया what is communication, then methods of communication, then I'll come to the grammar part. मैं आ गई sentences, phrases, grammar, और then after that I'll again get back to communication cycle. So a flow, a continuity, that is broken. Fine. So that should not be there. Every message should be conveyed in proper flow. Right. Then next is complete. In every communication, the message whichever is conveyed to the student, that must be complete in all sense. आधा अधूरा message नहीं होना चाहिए. Then courteous. Courteous means your communication that must be honest, respectful and friendly. अभी यहाँ पर या तो आप डिस्टर्बेंस करें या मैं डिस्टर्बेंस करूं, और यू बिकम डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल और आई बिकम डिसरिस्पेक्टफुल टू यू, तो दैट इज नॉट एन इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन. फॉर एन इफेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन फ्रॉम बोथ हैंड, द फ्रेंडली नेचर शुड बी देयर, द टोन मस्ट बी पोलाइट and in particular honesty must be maintained, right? That is courteousness, right? I think 7 C's are clear to everyone. Next comes sentences. अब आप कहेंगे मैम इट्स नॉट एन इंग्लिश क्लास, व्हाई वी आर डूइंग दिस? अब हमारा टॉपिक क्या है? कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, राइट? एंड वी आर कम्युनिकेटिंग यूजिंग द वर्ड्स. सेंटेंसेस यूज कर रहे हैं ना हम, तो इट्स अ पार्ट ऑफ आवर कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स. So little bit this English grammar is also included there, right? This we will do. Okay, लेकिन हम जल्दी और short, very quick revision we will do because you already everybody have gone through it. Sentences. Now sentences is what? It's a group of words which has a meaning and consists of subject and predicate. Now sentence हम सब पढ़ चुके हैं that these are the group of words. अब फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं कहूं गर्ल, एम ए आई, 4 words are there, group of words. Is it a sentence? No, because it don't have a meaning. कोई meaning ही नहीं है भाई. गर्ल, एम ए आई. अब हमने कहा ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स. यस, ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स तो हो गया, बट it doesn't have a meaning. And if I'll say I am a girl, so definitely it's a group of words and it has a meaning, right? And it consists of subject and predicate. In a sentence, there in group of words there is a subject and rest part is predicate. For example, ये sentence देखेंगे, the kids are eating lunch. देखो here, kids are eating lunch, right? Here what it is? The kids are eating lunch. The kids जो रेड में लिखा है, this is the subject and rest next is predicate, right? तो subject predicate में the first part is subject and next is predicate. Okay. Now next is types of sentence. अब types of sentence ध्यान से देखेंगे. What is types of sentence? अभी हमने sentence पढ़ा क्या क्या होते हैं. उसके बाद types, how many types of sentences are there? First one is declarative sentence. In declarative sentence, what happens? It is generally, you also call it affirmative sentence or simple sentence, right? Declarative are also called affirmative and simple sentence. These declarative sentence, what they are? They tell something. अभी मैंने example दिया, I am a girl. So they are telling something ना? It is your IT class. ये भी कुछ बता रहा है. Group of words है, it is your IT class. Right? So it is an affirmative sentence, simple sentence, or you can also call it declarative sentence. And this type of sentence always ends with full stop. Right? Clear? Next is interrogative sentence. What is interrogative sentence? This is where any question is asked, and this type of sentence ends with question mark, right? For example, I'll ask you, is it your IT class? है ना, सेंस है ना क्वेश्चन की, इज इट योर आईटी क्लास, क्वेश्चन मार्क. ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स वही है जो मैंने उसमें यूज किए थे, इट इज योर आईटी क्लास. अब इज बाहर आ गया, इज इट योर आईटी क्लास, क्वेश्चन मार्क. So it becomes interrogative sentence, right? Which asks a question and which ends with question mark. Next type of sentence is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory means which shows a strong feeling. चाहे वो हैप्पीनेस की फीलिंग हो, चाहे वो दुख की फीलिंग हो, चाहे वो शॉक की फीलिंग हो, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई विक्ट्री मिली हो तो बच्चे करते याहू, हुर्रा, और सैड तो ओ वेरी सैड. So this type of feelings means strong feelings are there, that is expressed in written using the exclamatory sentence, and this type of sentence ends with exclamation sign. ये जो sign है ना, this is called exclamation sign, right? Next is last type of sentence, that is imperative sentence. Imperative sentence means which gives a command, जो एक ऑर्डर दे. मे बी प्लीज गिव मी अ ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, तो दैट इज अ कमांड. मैं आपको कहूं एवरीबडी पुट ऑन योर कैमरा, दैट इज अ कमांड, राइट? तो दिस टाइप ऑफ सेंटेंस कैन एंड विद फुल स्टॉप और कैन आल्सो एंड विद द एक्सक्लेमेशन साइन, राइट? तो these four types of sentence we have read. Declarative, this is simple sentence, or affirmative, you can also call them. Next is interrogative, means ask a question and ends with the question mark. Next is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory means which shows a strong feeling, right? A strong feeling is there, that feeling can be of happiness or sad, and that ends with the exclamation sign, right? An imperative which gives a command, or you can also say order, and it can end with the full stop or exclamation, right? Next is phrases. Now phrases is what? Phrases means phrases is what in your English it is there. Phrases generally, it's a group of words that stands together as single unit. अब यही चीज हमने sentence में पढ़ी. Sentences is also group of words and that stands together as single unit. तो phrase क्या है भाई? It's typically as a part of sentence. Phrase is not a sentence, but it can be a part of sentence. Like कुछ group of words हैं which becomes meaningful. ठीक है? तो जैसे मैं कहूँ रेड पेन, तो मीनिंग है ना लाल रंग का पेन है, फाइन? तो दिस टाइप ऑफ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स which are or which can be a part of sentence, right? So that is a phrase. A phrase can be long, हो सकता है 7-8 वर्ड्स का हो. It can be short, maybe of only 2 words, but it doesn't include कोई सब्जेक्ट नहीं, कोई वर्ब नहीं. इस टाइप की कॉम्बिनेशन जैसे सेंटेंस में होता है ना, सब्जेक्ट वर्ब ऑब्जेक्ट, दिस टाइप ऑफ कॉम्बिनेशन इज नॉट देयर फ्रेज में. अब टाइप ऑफ फ्रेजेस पढ़ रहे हैं हम. द फर्स्ट फ्रेज इज एडवर्ब फ्रेज. ध्यान देंगे, बहुत वेरी सिंपल एंड वेरी इजी इट इज. एडवर्ब, अब सबसे पहले एडवर्ब पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज एडवर्ब? एडवर्ब क्या है? व्हिच क्वालिफाइज द वर्ब, है ना? अब एडवर्ब फ्रेज है सिंपली
नोट क्लियर.
हाँ, voice, beta check your network, because at my end I think everything is okay. To rest, is it clear beta?
Yes ma'am.
Okay बच्चे, okay. चलिए एडवर्ब, ठीक है बेटा. एडवर्ब फ्रेज इज सिंपली ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स. वो तो शुरू में बताया, एवरी फ्रेज इज ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स, फाइन. दैट फंक्शन एज एन एडवर्ब इन सेंटेंस, जो एक सेंटेंस में एज एन एडवर्ब काम करे. ठीक है? अब देखो मैं कुछ सेंटेंस बोलूंगी फ्लो में, समझ रहे हैं. आई पार्क्ड द कार. क्या किया मैंने? पार्किंग की है. आई पार्क्ड द कार. पार्क इज अ वर्ब, है ना? एडवर्ब तो अभी तक आया नहीं यहाँ पर. अब इस वर्ब को स्पेसिफाई करेंगे हम धीरे धीरे. देखो नेक्स्ट सेंटेंस इज आई पार्क्ड द कार हियर. अब हियर से क्या पता चल रहा है? पार्किंग का पता चल रहा है ना? नेक्स्ट में मैं कहती हूँ आई पार्क्ड द कार राइट हियर. देखो अब राइट हियर किस पे एम्फेसाइज कर रहा है, पार्किंग पे, भाई पार्किंग की है राइट हियर। अब मैं नेक्स्ट बोलूं आई पार्क द कार राइट हियर अंडर द ब्रिज, तो राइट हियर अंडर द ब्रिज ये किस चीज को स्पेसिफाई कर रहा है, पार्किंग। तो दिस बिकम्स द एडवर्ब फ्रेज, राइट। दिस एग्जांपल इज ऑलरेडी गिवन इन योर बुक, यू कैन कॉन्टेक्ट you can connect to your book. Okay, regarding book in the last I let you know. Fine. Next is prepositional phrase. Prepositional phrase is what? It's a phrase or phrase क्या है, group of words, right? It's a group of words which consist of preposition. Preposition हमने पढ़ी है in, on, under, with, all that, ये सब पढ़ा है ना हमने पहले से ही। तो the group of words which include preposition in it but they have a meaning, right? अब क्या करें, एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं। मैं कहूं द पेन विद कैप, पेन विद कैप, राइट। तो पेन है, विद है बीच में, कैप, सेंस क्लियर हो रही है, पेन विद कैप, मीनिंग निकल रहा है, ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स है, प्रेपोजिशन है, तो दैट इज व्हाट, दिस इज प्रेपोजिशनल फ्रेज, राइट। मैं कहूं अ सिंगर विद पियानो, अ सिंगर विद पैशन, तो ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स इज देयर and preposition is also there. Next is adjective phrase. Adjective phrase means again it's a group of words which describes a noun or pronoun. Adjective हमें पता है, adjective describes noun or pronoun. Fine. अब example बताएं, the movie is too good. ठीक है, मूवी क्या है यहाँ पर, it is noun, और too good किसके लिए बोल रहे हैं, मूवी के लिए बोल रहे हैं, right? Fine. The pizza is too yummy. तो too yummy किसके लिए यूज हो रहा है, पिज्जा के लिए, है ना, पिज्जा को स्पेसिफाई कर रहा है। yes. तो इट्स नॉट अ सेंटेंस, कोई सब्जेक्ट, कोई वर्ब, कोई ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं है, जस्ट ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स हैं, राइट। तो दैट इज अ फ्रेज। नेक्स्ट इज नाउन फ्रेज। अब नाउन फ्रेज में क्या है, दैट वर्क्स टुगेदर टू नेम और डिस्क्राइब अ पर्सन, ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स हो जाते हैं but collectively that acts as a noun. Okay, suppose for example I enjoy playing tennis, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पर verb तो enjoy है, playing tennis क्या है, that is working as a noun. I enjoy, मैं enjoy करता हूँ किसको भाई, playing tennis. Okay, अब playing यहाँ it's not a verb here, it's acting as a noun here, right? So that is a noun phrase. Next is verb phrase. What is verb phrase? Verb is what? Verb is something, an action word which shows some working, right? So here same sense is here. For example, I let you know the student is writing new question, है ना। तो is writing क्या है, that is helping verb plus verb है। तो is writing is, अगर सिर्फ इज राइटिंग भी ले, दैट इज ऑल्सो गिविंग अ फुल मीनिंग, भाई लिख रहा है और लिख रही है, वट एवर इट इज, तो दैट बिकम्स अ फ्रेज। ओके, द डॉग माइट ईट द केक, माइट ईट एक सेंस बन रही है, खा भी सकता है, नहीं भी खा सकता, फाइन। तो इफ द ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स एंड नो सब्जेक्ट वर्ब पेयरिंग, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि पहले सब्जेक्ट फिर वर्ब फिर ऑब्जेक्ट, like that pairing is not there, and they are also giving meaning, meaningful grouping is there, so that is a phrase, and all these phrases we have already discussed. Next is part of a sentence. A part of a sentence क्या है, sentence already we have known, the group of sentence which has a proper meaning, a sequence is there, पहले subject आता है, then verb, then object, SVO, you can see here SVO. First of all, in a simple sentence, subject, then verb, and then object, right? You can see here examples. I read newspaper. Here you can see I is subject. Subject is what? Regarding whom or whosoever is working. जिसके बारे में बात हो रही है या जो जिसकी बात हो रही है. Fine? That is subject. Right? So I is subject, read is verb, and rest newspaper is object. In same way, you can see in all other examples, in red color, verb are given, and before the verb, subjects are there, and after the verb, objects are there. Right? Now comes parts of speech. Ab speech is what? Whatever we are speaking, whatever we are communicating, and we are communicating with the help of sentences. Right? And in sentences, different words are there. Now what kind of words these are, हम वो पढ़ेंगे. These everything you already know, so I'll discuss in brief. Fine. First is noun. Noun is what? It's a name of any place, person or thing. Right? अब मैं कहूँ Delhi, Apple, Reena, Rohit, pen. These all are the examples of noun. Fine. Next is pronoun. Pronoun is what? It's again a word which is used in place of noun. जब noun की जगह, अब suppose मैंने रीना की जगह use किया she. In place of Rohit, I use he. Okay. For pen, I can use it. For apple, I can use it. Right? So in place of noun, if we use any other word, so that is pronoun. And it is also, for example, I, you, it, abhi maine bataya, he, she, these all are pronoun. Okay. Next is verb. What is verb? Verb is a word which shows any work going on or any action. In action word bhi bolte hain. Action word. Right? For example, speaking. मैं बोल रही हूँ speaking, watching. You people are watching and listening. These all are action words. Fine. Reading, writing, eating, drinking. These are action words. Next is adverb. अभी हमने adverb phrase में पढ़ा. Adverb is which specify a verb. अब suppose reading है. अभी आप screen पे जो भी है वो पढ़ रहे हैं. तो read silently. तो read को specify कर रहा है silent. है ना? Speak slowly. तो slowly is specifying speaking. है ना? Fine. Watch carefully. तो it is specifying watching. Fine. Sing loudly. तो loudly word जो है sing को specify कर रहा है. तो that is adverb. The word which specifies the verb. Fine. Next is adjective. Adjective is a word which specifies the noun or pronoun. Okay. इन दोनों में से किसी को भी specify करे. For example, girl. Girl is a pronoun, or you can also, it's a noun. Okay. अगर मैं कहूँ tall girl, तो tall word is specifying the girl. So tall becomes the adjective for that girl. Okay. Fine. कोई child है. Child is a noun. अब मैं कहूँ happy child. तो happy is a word which is used for that particular child. तो happy is again an adjective. यहाँ example दिख रहे हैं. Cold coffee. Coffee is noun. Right? अब मैं कहूँ cold coffee, तो cold is specifying the coffee. भाई coffee cold है. Fine. So this is adjective. Next is preposition. Preposition is, it shows the relationship of noun to another word. ठीक है. अब मैं कहूँ pen with cap. Pen with cap. तो pen और cap दोनों के बीच में with word that is showing the relationship. Right? So that is a preposition. Fine. Next is interjection. Interjection is a word which express a strong emotion. मैंने अभी उसमें exclamatory sentence में बताया था. Hurrah, Yahoo, oh, very sad. ठीक है. These words, these express our strong feelings. पता चल रहा है कि बहुत खुश हैं और very sad हैं, या oh, what? ये shock वाली feeling होती है. तो these words are interjection words which shows a strong emotion. Next is conjunction. Conjunction is what? These are the words which are used to join two words. Fine. For example, Sita and Geeta. है ना? दो words को join कर दिया. है ना? तो these are conjunction. Fine. तो joining words भी बोल देते हैं. Conjunction are also called joining words. Now comes articles. What do you mean by articles? Articles आपकी ग्रामर में है. There are two types of articles. The is definite article and indefinite articles is a and n. A को हम a बोलते हैं, ठीक है, a and n. Fine. Two types of articles are there, definite and indefinite. First of all, indefinite पढ़ेंगे हम. A is what? It is used in front of singular countable nouns. जब single, एक वचन, okay, single countable nouns are there and their sound starts with consonant sounds. Consonant sounds means when A, E, I, O, U. These sounds are not there. इनके अलावा बाकी sounds है, they are consonant sounds. Okay. For example, हम कहें lesson. Lesson. The starting sound is l. Lesson. L नहीं बोलेंगे, sound देखनी है हमने. ल. Lesson. ल. A, E, I, O, U वाली sound नहीं है ना, तो it means A will be put. A will be put in at before the lesson. Okay. Then comes N. N is again for single countable nouns. Both. अब हम A की भी बात कर रहे हैं, N की भी बात कर रहे हैं. Both are used with single countable nouns. ठीक है, लेकिन कहाँ? N is used where sound is of A, E, I, O, U. जहाँ ये vowel sound होगा, there we will use N, and where vowel sound नहीं होगा, there we will use O. Okay. For example, many of the student एक रूल बना लेते हैं दिमाग में कि where the sound word starting word is A, E, I, O, U, there we will use N. वो starting letter देखते हैं. Fine. जैसे यहाँ पर you can see U है, umbrella, an owl, an image. अब ये देखिए, ये example, N R, H O U R. First letter is H, लेकिन sound क्या है? R. A की आवाज है. Fine. A sound is there, means vowel sound is there. So that's why N will be written before it. Right. Next is एक example और है honest. Honest की spelling कौन बताएगा मुझे? फटाफट बताएंगे. Honest.
H-O-N-E-S-T.
Very good. Honest. It is starting with H, लेकिन sound क्या आ रही है? Honest. O की sound है. So that's why अब H के according तो हमें क्या लगाना चाहिए? A. But sound will go with sound. Only sound. The sound is saying it's a vowel sound and we will use N. Okay. Next is the. It is the definite article. Definite means with some specific things it comes. ठीक है, चाहे वो singular हो, plural हो, countable हो, uncountable हो, it doesn't matter. ठीक है. For with all nouns this the is used but with specific or unique. ऐसा नहीं कि सबके साथ यूज हो जाए. That must be specific and unique. For example, universal things हैं, sun, moon, famous mountain names हैं, train names हैं, newspaper names हैं, right? Institution names हैं, specific post हैं, right? I think article we have done A and the. Next is paragraph. Paragraph writing. अब हम paragraph writing करते हैं. I think 3rd 4th class से start हो जाता है paragraph writing, right? Paragraph writing is what? Suppose मैं आपको कहूँ बेटा write down a paragraph on myself, तो आप क्या करेंगे? You will put a collection of sentence. ऐसा तो नहीं एक sentence कहेंगे मैम I am a boy, I am Rohit. हो गया myself का paragraph? नहीं ना? तो the paragraph is collection of sentences and arranged in such an order that they relate to central topic. अब इसकी सेंस क्या है? सपोज मैंने कहा राइट डाउन माई सेल्फ, आपने शुरू किया मैम आई एम अ बॉय, माई नेम इज रोहित, आई हैव अ डॉग, माई डॉग्स नेम इज टॉमी, वट एवर यू कैन से, राइट? ही हैज 4 legs, he is of black color, he run very fastly. ठीक है? Is it myself? Is it myself ऐसे?
No, ma'am.
No, because the paragraph topic is myself. Means you have to describe yourself. डॉग को डिस्क्राइब नहीं करना है. ओके, तो द पैराग्राफ इज अ कलेक्शन ऑफ सेंटेंसेस विच आर अरेंज्ड, एक प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस होनी चाहिए. ओके, पहले अपना नाम बताएंगे, बॉय गर्ल बताएंगे, अपनी हॉबीज बताएंगे, क्लास बताएंगे. ठीक है, ऐसे फ्लो विल बी कंटिन्यूड एंड must relate to central topic. जो टॉपिक है every sentence must be related to that only. ऐसा नहीं है डॉग पे पहुंच गए बोलते बोलते, नो. ठीक है, वही every sentence must relate to main idea. जो भी मेन टॉपिक है, जो भी आपको कॉन्सेप्ट दिया गया है, it must be related to that topic only. Fine. Now main paragraph has 3-part structure. The paragraph which you write, in the starting the introduction is there, जिसमें मैंने बोला I am a boy, my name is Rohit, तो that is the introduction. Fine. And next is body. फिर आगे आपका मेन पार्ट, आप अपने बारे में बताना शुरू करेंगे. सपोज माय फ्रेंड लिख रहे हैं, तो पहले अपने फ्रेंड का इंट्रोडक्शन, फिर अपने फ्रेंड्स के बारे में बताएंगे काफी चीजें, एंड इन द लास्ट आप कंक्लूजन पहुंचेंगे that my friend is really nice, I hope that he remains with me, और I जो भी concluding sentence कुछ लिखते हैं ना, all the best for my friend's future, तो that is conclusion. तो our paragraph must include all these 3 structures. Now for a good paragraph, what are the essential elements? क्या include होना चाहिए? Number 1, unity. अभी हमने पढ़ा, unity means a flow of sentences are there. ऐसा नहीं है आधा पैराग्राफ you have told regarding myself, आधा आपके डॉगी का डिस्क्राइब कर रहा है. No, a unity, a flow in the sentences must be there. Next is order. Order means a proper continuity must be maintained. Order wise things are there. Suppose I have asked you to write a paragraph regarding the computer, your computer. So what you will say? First of all, you will put an introduction regarding your computer. Then, yes, what are the features of your computer? In the last, अगर कोई ड्रॉबैक है, then that you will let you know. ऐसा तो नहीं आपने एक लाइन लिखी I have a computer और शुरू हो गया उसकी बुराई करने, वो बहुत स्लो काम करता है, वो उसका यूपीएस बिल्कुल चार्ज नहीं होता है. This is not the way. A proper order for things are there. First of all, introduction of that particular topic, then positives, then negatives, and then the concluding statements. ठीक है, a proper order must be there. Then coherence means a completeness should be there. Coherence हमने communication में भी ये word use किया है ना, coherence. Communication, principles of communication में coherence is the quality that makes your writing understandable. Sentence of your paragraph need to connect with each other. एक दूसरे से connectivity should be there. Coherence means connectivity, continuity. सब आपस में मिले जुले हैं, सबका सेम मीनिंग आ रहा है. Next is completeness. Your paragraph must be complete in all senses. Right? Complete means का मतलब ये नहीं है कि सपोज एक पेन का आपको कहीं राइट अ पैराग्राफ ऑन पेन, तो द पर्सन जो भी आपका पैराग्राफ पढ़ रहा है, ही शुड फील कि भाई सारी चीज बता दी इसके बारे में. इट्स अ कंप्लीट पैराग्राफ. ठीक है, यू हैव टू स्पेसिफाई each and every feature of that particular topic. Your paragraph must be complete in all sense. Right?